Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up. In a menudo style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight to the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. I'm very humbled and I'm appreciative. So did Wack 100 just send out a cryptic message to all the Raza YouTubers, or to just a few Raza YouTubers that he feels won because of him? Okay, now, can this be damage control? There's a lot of things this could be, but let's just be real. Because real is what gets you, right? Let's be real. All the shenanigans over the years that Wack 100 has played, is this truly his character? Is he really a solid, good dude, man, that just puts on a front and plays this Wack 100 character to get views? Whatever he's doing, it's work. You know, whatever 6ix9ine has taught him, the 6ix9ine recipe for disaster, it's working, right? Because it doesn't matter what Wack 100 says or what he does, he gets views, man. He gets people wanting to see what he's going to say next. You know, there's a lot of people that have called him Rat 100, Chief 100, Fed 100, right? Whatever. Whoever he's working with or not working with, no one really knows. That's just a lot of people putting shit out there because of the way Wack 100 has conducted himself. Now, I myself have said things about Wack 100 because I felt that in some form or fashion, he was conducting himself more different than the role that he portrays. See, he portrays a Paru, right? A Paru gangster. And I've done time with Parus, man. And every Paru I've ever done time with has been about the business, with the shenanigans, wanted all that smoke, and was willing to stand 10 toes down for what he believed in. Now, this is the truth. You know, the Crips always outnumbered the Parus wherever I was at. But the Parus were in stone, man. They weren't going anywhere. They handled their business. They conducted themselves professionally. And I actually adapted to their style. Now, I fucked with Crips heavy, but I fucked with the Parus too, because at the same time, they reminded me of Norteños. They never had the numbers. They represented that red flag. They did what they did, and they acted accordingly. Now, when I first met Wack 100 way back in the dinosaur days, he was Paru. He was hanging around with real ones, right? I've never denied the fact that he was a gang member or who was from where he was from, because I don't know the specifics into when he decided to mature, grow up, get out of the gang lifestyle and become a man, right? Everyone does eventually. You know, you could stand on your hood and stand on what you believe in your city and all that and represent to the fullest. It doesn't necessarily mean you're active out there in the streets, really pushing that hard line on your enemigos. That's not what it means, right? Some people, they just decide to go with the times. They get older, the shit gets old, and boom, right? And that's what it seems like Wack 100 is to me. So anyways, I'm flipping through IG and I see a message that he put out. You know, and with everything that happened last week, man, there's no love lost between me and Wack 100. And obviously, he's still feeling some type of way about me in particular, right? Because he's made friends with Blue Devil now. They're friends. You know, they got that shit together. He's an unk, all that, right? He obviously doesn't have too much animosity against Dubs, even though me and Dubs, man, you know, are friends. He doesn't have any animosity to him. He respects the way Dubs gets down and carries himself. But for me in particular, man, there's some animosity, right? I'm a dropout. I'm this, I'm that. I'm everything that he hangs around with, but he doesn't like me. And he doesn't like me because I'm willing to confront him. I'm willing to stand on what I believe in. I'm willing to say, hey, man, fuck you. Straight up. This is for La Raza. And he doesn't like that, okay? Or is he just playing a role? Because in this message that he put out on Instagram, it was at Haters World, myself, and Dubs in particular, right? And it said over 7 million views attained by us, right? And other content creators, Raza content creators, referring to all the shenanigans that happened at the Haters World podcast, and then the aftermath, and then myself, the phone call, and the aftermath, and whatever. A lot of people did videos on it. A lot of people spoke on it. But Wack 100 said, now, is he taking shots? Is he doing damage control? Is this the real character of Wack 100? I don't know. But I know in this message, man, he put over 7 million views attained collectively, right? By these three gentlemen and others. Hey, That's his gift to the Raza. Him nor his team struck anyone, reported anyone, tried to take anything down. And I can say this in full confidence. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. No one took any videos down. No one was forced to, get a strike over videos, said videos. So I can say he stood on that and he was real about that. Does that mean that I'm conforming to what Wack has said in the past about the Raza? Absolutely not. I stand on what I said, man. And the truth is, this guy is a manipulator and he's maniacal. Now, this was a way, I believe, to rein the Raza back in, to let the people think, hey, man, look, here's the blessings. I gave you that. In a way, it's like, hey, I fuck with the Raza. I support you guys. It's all good. But look what it took to get there. Instead of being a real one and sitting down and, and having a good conversation, it always has to go left when it could go right. But see, when you keep going left, you keep going in circles and you keep ending up where you started. And with Wack 100, he's the type of character, man, he needs all the shine on him. And if he sees anyone else slightly shining, on Pyru, there's going to be problems, right? The cool part about it is on Pyru, man, he doesn't represent Pyru like that. Okay? When you're having a man-to-man conversation, gangs, politics, status, all that should be out the door, and it's man-to-man. It's real life. Now, he did a podcast yesterday with No Jumper, Adam 16. And of course, Adam, when it comes to the Raza, it's a tricky situation. He feels how he feels, and it's easily identifiable. All you got to do is watch him and all the shenanigans and the way he's treated the Raza in the past to understand this Vato doesn't really care too much about the peoples. Now, I'm not trying to make it a racial thing because he's white. It didn't matter if he was black, green, yellow, or orange. He just doesn't care for the Raza. Doesn't like to give him too much shine unless it's benefiting him. People like Lefty Gunplay and other people he's brought on. People like Compa Raider, people like fucking Lush. All these guys he tried to utilize. Now, Compa Raider was smarter than he was, and that's the reason he's no longer with No Jumper. But several times, man, he has brought Raza on, ridiculed them, or made them look dumb. And we can never forget about the American Cholo incident and pulling up deep, man, and Adam, the disappearing act, the Houdini act, right? But anyways, they were on their podcast yesterday, Wack 100 and No Jumper, and they started to re-mention everything that happened with the devil over there on Haters World, what happened with myself, everything that happened, right? And towards the end, Wack 100 extended an olive branch. He extended a hand to Dubs, right? Saying that he would like for Dubs to be on his channel or him to be on Dubs' channel because he liked the way Dubs conducts himself and the professionalism, the mannerisms and everything, right? Then at the same time, he disrespected myself, me, not me. He ain't fucking with me, right? And again, I believe it's because he knows I'm not going to fucking take his shit. Now, Dubs is not going to take his shit either. Whatsoever, absolutely not. Right? And whatever Dubs' choice is, that is his choice as a man. But I don't think he's going to allow himself to be put in a predicament like Wack 100 likes to put people in predicaments. Right? This is fun. The funny thing about this is that I can be all kinds of dropouts and punks and rats and scary motherfuckers and all that. But everyone else is good. Everyone else is good except for me. There's some that irks him about me or I scare him. Right? That's the truth. The truth is, when it comes to Wack 100, I'm not going to fall for his bullshit. I already know what he's doing to the Raza. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down for my people, my black and brown people. Because I don't believe Wack 100 represents the blacks, not even a little bit. He's made his money. He got his people back in his play, whoever they are, right? But at the end of the day, I'm Bolo, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Dubs in the cuts. Other than that, it's just me and mines. And I ain't scared of it, right? And that's just a fact. I don't need to call backup or pay anyone or do any of that. I'm just going to do me. Now, of course, there's a lot of people, well, you're fucking way over there in Washington, so you're good, right? I don't give a fuck if I was right in front of them, man. I'd keep that same energy because that's just me. See, I'm not scared to take a L. I'm not scared to lose, right? I was born a loser, homie. I had to fight for this win. I had to fight for everything I got. Even when I joined a gang, I joined a gang with less numbers than everyone else and stood 10 on mine, right? I went down south to Southern California and represented what I believed in and fought for the cause of my people. So when all these weirdos say, oh, he's a dropout, he doesn't count, none of that, you can never walk in my boots, homie. They were cherry tipped, they were shined, okay? So I'm not worried about that. I lived that life and now I'm living the life of a man. And it's even harder being a father and a man and living that life because now I'm really seeing what it takes to be a real man. And I'm doing that. 10-5 aquí, pura, right? So when I seen this message go out, was Wack 100 trying to do damage control? Is he trying to let the Raza know that there really no animosity? You can take it like that. You know, is that the true Wack 100 that he really doesn't trip out the Raza? But hey, he's willing to go at anyone for clout, anyone for views. I mean, it makes for good viewing. Let's not get it twisted. I respect it. You know, I respect the hustle. Do I respect the man and what he said? Absolutely not. You know, when you're disrespecting people's family members, when you're having to take it there, you know, that shows the character of a man. That you can't keep it right there between two guys. You know, I mentioned Jay Diggs because I knew that would get to him. He mentioned my mother and that got to him more than it got to me. You know, I wasn't tripping. My thing is this, right? This message that he put out on IG, is it just to let us know, hey, look, I was never really tripping off you guys. It's all business. You know, being around characters like Wack 100, you learn one thing. Your awareness has to really be up. I seen what Cholo Juan said the other day about me being in YA, me being in prison. And that actually did give me a head up, right? A leg up. I'll say that. Because when you're in the youth authority in YA, like I was, like Wack 100 was, Dubs was, several others, right? You learn about the kid games that are played. You learn about the motherfuckers that think they're too smooth. You learn about really getting off where you're mad at on site. You learn all these little basic fundamentals to help you in your gangster path, what you're living, right? But the number one thing you learn is how other people move, how other people act, how other people conduct themselves, whether it's with professionalism in their mannerisms or it's not, and they're a J-cat. But you learn this. Then when you go to prison, you learn the ultimate word, respect, and how to conduct yourself with respect and how to treat others with respect, right? Wack 100 somewhere along the line has lost that fundamental. He lost how to treat others with respect. You can't want it and not give it. Okay, that's an understanding right there. You know, we all conduct ourselves different in prison according to your ethnicity, your car, your ranfla, your gang, right? Your group. As a Norteño, hey, the ultimate professionalism and respect was what we had to carry ourselves, or you can get whacked and removed. Hey, if one screw was loose, that fucked the whole machina up. Get rid of that screw, replace it with a washer, and let's go, right? That's how it was. The Southsiders conducted themselves the same way. The utmost professionalism. You already knew what you were going to get with them. You were going to get clean cut, standard, gang of politics, and ready to go at all times. Northerners, same thing. With the Pirus, Bloods, same thing. Crips, same thing. Whites, I ain't even got to question it. Give them a mug of coffee, a knife, and they're going to get down and do their thing. But they were respectful. Everybody was. Wack 100 forgot that. Now, in this message on Instagram, you know, he said basically we all won. Is that a slap in our face? Is it basically like, look, I let you guys win. You guys can't win without me, right? Because I've been doing my thing on YouTube for almost 4.5 years, so almost 5, going on 5, right? And I'm not going to say I'm the best or I'm the winner, but I've been doing quite well for myself as far as monetarily or just, you know, the accolades I deserve. Do I get a lot of hate? Man, the pressure is applied on the neck constantly. I get reported daily. I get a lot of hatred, a lot of threats, a lot of people that just don't fuck with me because of what other people have said about me, not because they know me or know anything about me. You know, it's funny that Wack 100 could sit here and yell and scream and call me a dropout and you was on this yard, you was on that yard, when he fucks with known rats like 6ix9ine and all kind and known people, known self-admitted fucking weirdos like Adam and all these different people. But when it comes to myself, I'm all bad. No, you're all bad. Birds of a feather flock together, right? That's what I heard. Anyways, when I seen this is for the Raza and this post, I felt 2 different ways. And I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like this was the true Wack 100 coming out. No yelling, no screaming, no fake shenanigans for the camera, no fake ass gang banging, no none of that. I felt like Wack was saying, look, bro, this is my olive branch out to all you guys to let you know I do this shit for fun. I do this shit for the views and for the bag, man. I don't really have no hatred to you. Everything I say and do, you know, is for, you know, people to think one way when it's really another. Then again, the second thing I thought was, Basically, he's letting us know, look, I let you guys win. You guys can't even win without me. The truth of the matter is, each one of us individually has won in their own rights, you know, and I believe we deserve from everybody, man, that respect. Now, you ain't got to respect myself outside of the YouTube yard or whatever it is, right? But in the YouTube, my seat at the table is solidified. You know, I put a lot of people on. I've been doing this shit for a very long time, and nobody could deny it. Nobody could deny, man, I set precedents for a lot. And others before me, man, and I took some of what they had and ran with it. Let's be truthfully honest here, right now. You know, and I think Wack 100 recognizes and he knows that. No, as far as him disrespecting me on not the Clubhouse, fucking no jumper, right? It is what it is. It doesn't hurt my heart or break me. And all that divide and conquer, oh, I ain't fucking with Gunner, but I'll fuck with Dubs. You can fuck with whoever you want to fuck with. At the end of the day, ain't no one fucking with you. You know, when you disrespect people's families, you know, you're not only disrespecting me and mine's, you're disrespecting me and mine's whole family. I got people that are still in the game, people that are still active, people that still fuck around at a high level, people from Southern California right around the corner that feel some type of way. Just like I'm sure Wack does, right? I never wanted to go there, but it went there, right? And I'm going to stand firm in it. You know, whether he doesn't want to invite me to a podcast or not, none of that shit hurts me. Like I said, I got his number. I could always just pick up the phone and what's happening, right? Cool part about it is if I picked up the phone right now and called Wack 100, he'd answer and the energy would be totally different. Because I best believe that the energy didn't get lit and nothing turned up until I told him we were live, and then it all switched up and changed, right? So this cryptic message that he's putting out serves a bunch of different masters. It could either be the true Wack, which I really believe it is. Honestly, I don't think Wack is racist. I don't think Wack hates on the Raza. I think Wack is in it for him and himself only, not the blacks, not the Paru, not the Bloods, none of that. Not Pacas. He is in it for him and his. And why shouldn't he be? Right? Aren't we all? But you have to stand firm in your beliefs. Something's got to give, right? So when I say this is for the Raza, I mean it. You know, I think I've proven myself over time to show a lot of love and respect to everyone from the Southern California, Northern California, Fresno, blacks, whites, Asians, Usos, man, all Polynesians, man, Guamanians, shout out to the New Zealanders. I mean, everybody has gotten their love, right, when it comes to the gun. That's why I got such a big following and respect. You know, all that dropout and non-gangbanging, so what? I'm an active-ass motherfucker, an active-ass father, motherfucker, straight up. Just got done taking my kid to school. Will pick her up. Just got done taking, buying a whole bunch of Christmas presents and shit. I'm active in my kids' lives. That's all that matters to me now. You know, when I was gangbanging, I didn't have children. I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have to worry about bills. I slept on whatever couch I was on with the gun tucked. Like, let's get it. What the fuck? Wack 100's lived that life too. He's not moving like that. He's not out there gangbanging. He's not active. So save all that bullshit for someone who believes it. As far as the IG message goes, I respect his extension and him not reporting channels and taking videos down. Because there are motherfuckers that do that. I've seen dudes, Raza, report other Raza, right? And say, oh, it doesn't count because it's YouTube, so it's not snitching. A snitch is a snitch, however way you want to cut it, right? Period. You report people, boo-hoo, pee-pee, because they fucking made fun of you. And you can't take it. You know how many times people have made videos? I wake up every morning to a video made about me. Disrespecting me. Talking shit about my familia. Putting me on blast on other bullshit. Lying about me. Fake paperwork. AI shit. I get it all, right? Chicks I don't even know coming out the woodworks. Like, I know him. I used to. Nah, you didn't used to nothing. You used to give me a mamon probably one time, and that's about it, bitch. Straight up. That's just the life we live. This is YouTube shenanigans. At the end of the day, man, I'm going to say this and this only, man. If wholeheartedly, man, if Wack 100 meant that to the Raza, that it was he said it was an early present to the Raza. Well, where's the rest of the shit at for all the bullshit you've talked in the past, right? If this was just a way to disrespect the Raza and say, hey, you guys ain't shit without me, I'm going to show you, man, you ain't shit without us. And that's just real because they not like us. They not like us. He not like us. You already know what it is. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Wack 100 was just trying to save the bullshit, or do you think he really meant what he said? You see the message, man. It's on IG, on his channel. It is what it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. See, I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people. This motherfucker, oh, Gunner, on Paru, Gunners are this and Gunners are that. Gunners all in your motherfucking dientes. Bang, bang. I made it.